Some people ask me, Joey, this house has just been renovated and looks as new as a model home, so why are you so adamant about not letting me buy it? Others ask me, why is it that the investment property I bought after less than a year of having tenants has cracked walls, bathroom leaks, and even a musty smell coming up from the ground floor when it rains? Is it just bad luck? No, it's just that when you bought the house, you only looked at the renovation and ignored the engineering. So what is engineering? The essence of engineering is to counteract the physical laws of nature, such as gravity, water pressure, thermal expansion and contraction, and capillary action. The second-hand housing market in Australia is essentially a huge game of information asymmetry. What does that mean? It means that a lot of the time, in order to sell a house at a higher price by making it look beautiful, people are actually covering up the disorder and real damage in the house's structure. If you can understand this episode, then 90% of the so-called luxury renovated homes on the market and agents who only want to earn commission from you will not be able to fool you anymore. First of all, when you're inspecting a house, you need to keep this concept in mind. You have to resist gravity. Don't let the fresh coat of paint on the walls fool your eyes. Many buyers walk into a house, see the walls looking white and smooth, and think it's been well maintained. That's a big mistake, especially when the walls have just been freshly painted. Those are actually the biggest red flags when buying a second-hand house. What does that mean? Because there are many old houses in Melbourne that have wooden stumps as foundations, what's called stumping. Changes in soil moisture can cause slight settling of the foundation, so you must look at the physical reality. Check if there are 45-degree cracks in the corners of the walls, any warping of the door frames, or windows that don't close properly. These are all signs that structural stress is being released. Many sellers, before putting their house on the market, will use a thick layer of putty or apply another coat of highly elastic paint to cover up those cracks. So what should you do in this situation? That means you shouldn't just look at the wall itself. You should go outside the house and check the mortar joints on the brick wall to see if there are any step-shaped cracks. At the same time, you should carefully walk around the entire house and step on the floors to check if there is any unusual slant or unevenness. In fact, when we go to view a house, we always bring a ball with us, a bouncy ball. It can be used to test whether there are any hollow spots under the tiles, and you can also place it on the floor to check if the floor is slanted. We do have professional measuring tools as well, but trust me, just by bringing a ball, you can check for 90% of structural issues. We only use professional electronic measuring tools to check if the exterior walls are slanted, but if there's a problem with the exterior walls, it's definitely a structural issue. In other words, you can still use a ball indoors to detect if the floor is sloped. The laws of physics don't lie. Paint might be able to cover up flaws inside, but it can't hide a warped foundation. The second point is that a beautiful bathroom could actually be a ticking time bomb. What does that mean? Many renovated bathrooms in Australia are covered with the trendiest marble and gold faucets. Do you think that means you can just move in with your bags? That's completely wrong. This is all a huge risk. When buying a second-hand house, we can't peel back the tiles to check the waterproofing underneath. In Australia, with many old homes being renovated, now we have a conscience and would never advise homeowners to do this. But a lot of builders and even unlicensed workers just lay new tiles directly on top of the old ones. I've seen it happen far too many times. I've also seen cases where they don't remove the tiles and just lay SPC waterproof flooring right on top.